Hello students, in this video we are going to understand how you can secure your AWS account with password policy and multi-factor authentication or MFA in short. We will also look at access and secret key later in this video. So let's get started with multi-factor authentication, that is MFA. You have an email ID and password to log in into your AWS account, and once you log in, you can access the AWS Management Console and perform different operations into it. Let's assume someone has stolen your password. Now, this person can log in and do anything in your account, right? Especially if he has administrator access. He can delete production resources, transfer confidential data, change the application configuration, and whatever. So, how do you protect your account on top of the password? Well, you can use a multi-factor authentication or MFA. But what is multi-factor authentication? It is a method of authentication that requires any user to provide at least two verification types, which are known as factors, to get access to an account or resource such as a website, a mobile phone app, or services. So, apart from username and password, users will have to enter a one time password or OTP delivered via SMS, email, or authenticator apps such as Google and Microsoft Authenticator. A good example of two factor authentication is a Gmail login from a new device. Every time someone tries to log into your Gmail account, it asks for the password and a system generated one time password, that is OTP, is sent on the registered mobile number. Multi-factor authentication is used in the combination of a password and a security device you own, like your phone. So once you configure MFA on your AWS account, you will have to provide an MFA token every time you log into your AWS account. MFA basically adds another layer of security over your password. So even if someone has the password to your account, they still won't be able to log into it, as they need MFA as well to do what. Hence, it is a good practice to configure MFA into your AWS account. MFA and security are important topics from both interview and exam points of view. You could expect questions like, how do you add an extra layer of security to your AWS root or IAM user? And the answer to this question will be multi-factor authentication. Apart from the management console, we can also access AWS through CLI and the SDK. We will understand this in the next topic, interacting with AWS. But when you access AWS through any one of these methods, you use an access key and a secret key. These keys look like the codes present on the screen, which might not be user friendly as a username and password, but you will have to use them in your code to log into your AWS account either through CLI or SDK. These are known as access keys and they are used for programmatic access. We will create some access keys later in the course and see how we use them to log in. So now let's move on to the next topic, which is password policy. Password policy is a way to enforce a strong password for your AWS account users because your account is more secure when you have a strong password. And this we can achieve via password policy. All you need to do is enable all the rules that you want your users to follow while creating or resetting their password, and that's all. So, in the password policy, you can set a minimum password length rule. Then you can enforce specific character types. For example, you may want to have at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, and a number as well. Other than that, you can also specify non-alphanumeric characters like percentage, streak, etc. should be included. Then you can enable password expiration, which means the user needs to rotate their password after certain days. For example, after 90 days, 120 days, etc. Next, you can allow the user to change their password, or you can also opt for only the administrator to change the password. Finally, you can also prevent password reuse so that users, when they change their passwords, don't change it to the one they had already used in the past. So, this is great. A password policy is really helpful against all malign attempt on your accounts. Password policy is an important topic under AWS security from the certification exam or interview point of view. That's all I wanted to cover in this video.